One of the most famous statements on the persistence of love can be found in the Shakespeare sonnet that begins, "Let me not to the marriage of true minds admit impediments." The next line is, "Love is not love which alters when it alteration finds." This is a lovely sentiment, but it doesn't fit the love and testosterone people. It was the first of 5 short plays in Transluminate, the recent arts festival the Q Collective describes as a celebration of transgender, agender, non-binary, genderqueer, and genderfluid artists. In the opening scene of Testosterone People, Andy, a cisgender male, is helping his partner Jack inject testosterone into his thigh. Then they discuss what Jack's transition to being a testosterone person means to their relationship. Jack is afraid Andy will leave Jack for a woman because Andy married a woman. Andy's reply could not be more loving. Jack's change has changed Andy's view of himself. In other words, Andy's loves persist because it alters when it alteration finds. Jack was Casey Kopp, Andy was Benjamin Hunt, Charlie Myers directed his own script. In Rachel Karn's Wabi Sabi, Mike approaches Laurel in a school library. Laurel doesn't recognize Mike at first because the last time they saw each other was in 5th grade when Mike was Ashley. Mike mostly wants to talk about the Japanese tea ceremony, which he says is about finding beauty in unrefined, natural, or imperfect forms. Laurel continues having trouble recognizing Mike for who he is, but the play ends hopefully. Mike was Julian Rodriguez, Laurel was Stacia Kroger, Shawn Michael directed. Another Kin is a fantasy by Drachel Bowens-Rubin and Zach Barite. Sid is on a spaceship that has the power to change individuals into any species on any inhabited world. Sid wants the transformation, and he won't mind not seeing his friends and family again because he says, "They don't see me now anyway." It takes Sid 3 tries to figure out what he really wants to be, but the 4th time is the charm. Sid was Casey Kopp, the ship was Helen Pansella, Charlie Myers directed. Myers was the solo performer in his own script, Rest Peace. The speaker, John, is a trans male trying to come to terms with the death of the mother who could not see John as anything but her daughter. The monologue probes deeply into complicated feelings. In Peter Dakudis's Transcodicil, Shauna, a transgender woman, is married to Joe, a transgender man, who is pregnant with their child. Virginia is the executor of the estate of Joe's Aunt Tammy, who intended for Joe to be her sole heir, but Joe's estranged mother, Loretta, persuaded Tammy to add a codicil to the will with burdensome restrictions Joe had to meet to get the inheritance. Loretta expects the estate to be split between her and her church, but Shauna proves there is more than one way to read a codicil. Joe was Julian Rodriguez, Shauna was Nay Lowry, Virginia was Casey Kopp, and Loretta was Helen Pansella. Shawn Michael directed. I liked all the plays, I admired all the performances, and I hope Transluminate becomes an annual event.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that, and I'm always impressed with these short pieces, what they're able to do in that short amount of time and make it work.
Yes, very impressive.
I hope you like the reviews on Two on the Aisle. You can click here to see other reviews and to subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to ring the notification bell to be reminded immediately after we post. Enjoy the reviews.